Hi everyone, we are going to do some canning today because not only did I find the chicken on sale when I went out of town, but I went to the store today to buy a couple gallons of milk and they had some clearance ground beef. So for the first time ever, we're going to be canning chicken as well as ground beef. So let's get this adventure started.
Okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that.
Hello everybody. So this is what happens when I find stuff on sale. I think I might be a food hoarder, and let me show you guys what we're working with today. Hello everybody, Editing Marlene here. I do want to let you guys know that this video is several months old and I just found it and realized I'd never put it up. So this is my very first time canning chicken and ground beef, and I have continued to do this, but I still wanted to share it with you guys, so I hope you enjoy. So if you watched my grocery haul yesterday, you would have seen the chicken, you would have seen the eggs, and so I'm going to be canning this chicken. I do think I'm going to leave a breast and a half out to make one meal with. And then these 5 dozen eggs were $5. And I just went to the store today to get milk at my local store, and they had clearance meat because today is the sell-by date. So ground beef $3.19 a pound. While that doesn't seem like it's amazing, it has been $4.69, so that's $1.50 off a pound. And then I found these 2 pork roasts, and these are butt roasts with the bone in. They were marked down from $3.29 a pound down to $1.79 a pound, and then they also had an extra $1 off. So for one roast I paid $4.50, and for the other one I paid $4.36. So first things first, we're going to take these roasts, we're going to get them put in the crock pot. We are going to put some potatoes and carrots with them. Remember those potatoes that we got on clearance for 75 cents? We are going to add a bag of those. The ground beef, we are going to be canning this ground beef, so I will be cooking it and then canning it. The eggs, I am going to be pickling these, or Mr. SnowGardener307 is going to be pickling them, but we are going to try the Instant Pot trick where you boil them in the Instant Pot. And we learned this from 1870s Homestead, and she has a shelf-stable pickled egg, so we're going to give it a whirl. And then, like I said, the chicken, we're going to go ahead and can this up. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get these pork roasts into the crock pot. And it is already 1:47 in the afternoon, so these probably will not be done for dinner tonight. I'm probably going to let these cook for a little bit before I put the carrots and onions in. As a matter of fact, I might just cook the pork today, let it cook, and then tomorrow add some carrots and onions. We'll see. You just never know. This is a rosemary herb seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and use quite a bit of that in there. And that didn't have any salt in it, so we're going to go ahead and put some salt and some pepper. And then I have some chicken broth in the fridge that needs to be used up. So I'm not gonna put a lot in there because the pork, of course, will make its own juice. Just put enough in there to cover the bottom. Then we're gonna put this on to cook. Then we are going to wash up our canning jars. And I'll be cold packing the chicken, so I'm not worried about the jars being hot. The beef I will be hot packing. I've never hot packed anything before. For anybody that doesn't know about me, I am a brand new pressure canner. I have done water bath canning, and that's even at a minimal. So pretty much a new canner. I went ahead and posted a video trying out my canner for the first time, and then I filmed canning beef, and then somehow I lost the footage. So I've already learned quite a bit with my first adventure. And with my chicken, I was wanting to get some bouillon cubes, and I forgot, and I didn't see any at my store when I went today. So I'm just going to be adding a little bit of salt to it because I know the beef that I canned plain was pretty, humdrum per se. You can see I've got some different size canning jars here. These are, who knows how old some of these jars are. I do not know. I will be checking all of the tops of the canning jars to make sure that they don't have any cracks in them. I'll be inspecting them. Like I said, these are not my jars. Well, they're my jars now, but they're not my jars coming from my stockpile, so I don't know what has happened with them. That one I don't want to use because it's not a wide mouth. I don't feel anything on any of these rims so far. Now we're going to cut our chicken up, and from what I have watched and learned from a few of my favorite canners, I have learned, of course, that chicken, when it's raw packed, will make its own broth, so will beef. And then for when we do our ground beef, I'm probably just going to take some beef broth and put it in there. These were brand new, clean towels that I just grabbed out. I washed my sink before I started washing anything. And now we've got all of this chicken to cut up. All right, let's get going. Try this method of writing on them first and seeing if they go. I don't know if do I care what date it is. I feel like I don't care. I feel like all I care about is that the month and the year, right? We're gonna see if this stays on. I've seen some people talk about it. If it doesn't, if I could spell chicken, we'd be doing amazing. My K was a little crazy there. So we've got 6 jars of chicken. And we've got 10 pounds of ground beef. So I'm not sure how much we're going to get out of that. We're just going to put some salt in here. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in each pan. Not saying that what's in each pan is equal, but that's what we're going to do. All right, everybody, we have got our ground beef cooked. I did want to let you guys know that I forgot to do vinegar on my chicken bottles. Don't worry, I fixed that. All right, everybody, let's start hot packing. This is the first time I've ever hot packed before. I've got my jars in steaming hot water, and yes, they are nice and toasty hot. We have got our ground beef. Oops, already making messes. What was I thinking? There we go. Colander, or our funnel. I'll go ahead and put that in there. And some people put water in here. I am going to put beef broth because I want to try to maintain the flavor. I gotta get a different spoon. That is not working. And so I've got my beef broth on the stove, and we're gonna do 1 inch of headspace. So let's push this down in there. And do I have too much? I don't like that. I don't like it, I don't like it. Much better, don't you think? So again, just learning. Looks pretty good. We're gonna fill this with beef next, beef broth. Let's get these done. I also have my canner on the stove warming, because of course with hot pack you want hot meat, hot jars going into a hot canner. now we are going to go ahead and use a clean towel or a paper towel, and we are going to wipe our rims very good. And these jars are nice and hot.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.
Those are hot. And then we have got our canner over here, and you can see it is steaming. Well, maybe you can see it is steaming. Can you guys see that? So we're going to go ahead and move these on over. And I'm going to use these to put these in. And so we've got 8 jars, and it looks like we need a little bit more water in there, because we want 2 to 3 inches. So our final jar, and this is why I decided to do 8. So if you guys look there, 8 fit perfectly into my canner. So we've got our canner going, and I already put a little bit of oil around my canner, and now we're going to go ahead and get the lid on and get this boiling. Now, one thing with the All-American canner is you've got to make sure that you look at your gap to make sure it's the same. And so if you look right there, it is not the same. So I need to make sure that I move that just a tiny bit and try to get it as level as you can. And of course, I have a hard time doing it while I'm filming. Okay, so now we've got our canner closed, and we are going to wait until we start getting a steady stream of steam. We're going to let it cook for 10 minutes, and then at my elevation, we are going to do 15 psi, and because these are pints, we will do 75 minutes. And then, of course, we'll let it cool, and then we will do the chicken after that. So it's going to be quite a long evening of canning. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our eggs done, but first, I've got to get this disaster I call my kitchen cleaned up now. Okay, we have a steady stream coming out, so we have set the timer for 10 minutes, and I did that a couple minutes ago. We are still busy in the kitchen. It is almost 5 o'clock. It's 4:50, and so let me turn you around and show you what we've done. So, the canner, we just turned the heat off, okay? We're going to wait for this to go down to 0. You can see it's went down a little bit. I have got some soup here. I made some hamburger soup. I just kind of used some veggies that needed to be used. I even threw some spinach in there. We've got some potatoes, some burger. We used the rest of the burger along with the beef broth. I actually used another thing of beef broth as well. We have still got these roasts cooking here. We have got some eggs cooking right now in the Pampered Chef cooker. We are going to be doing some pickled eggs. These are shelf stable. So I've got some vinegar. We've already got 12 done. We're cooking another 12 right now. And we have got a mess going on. I also processed some zucchini. It's funny. Look at that piece there. And put it into my freezer. It is a busy day in the SnowGardener307 kitchen today. We even have an open cupboard. Shout out to my friend Shannon at Kitchen Shenanigans. We have got the pressure cooker going. We have got soup going. We are freezing zucchini right here. Doing some zucchini in half-cup increments. But the thing I want to talk to you guys about now is the pressure-cooked eggs. So for Instant Pot, or I have the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker, I've heard that it's amazing and that they peel easily, so let's check it out. Don't mind the sink with zucchini all over in it. This is me here keeping it real. So I did a dozen. Let's take a look and see if it's actually going to peel as easy as they say it is. This cutting board just had zucchini on it. No big deal. Let's take a look. One-handed. Do you guys think I can do it one-handed? Let's look. I don't think I can. I don't want to mess it up because I'm trying to do it one-handed. There's a close-up shot of the egg. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Coming off, no problem. All at once. Now, some of you guys are probably like, Marlene, You're way behind the ball on this. I've been doing this with my eggs forever, but take a look at that. No problemo. Super easy. We're going to put that one back in the ice bath. These are going to be pickled by Mr. SnowGardener307. So I'll look for a video for that. So we still have to can our chicken. And so once this comes down temperature, I'll set it and we're going to eat some food. And you can see I've got lots of boxes over there to fill with canning jars. So let me show you guys. So I got all these canning jars and these ones up here. And I'm so excited because these are my favorite size for my overnight oats. And I usually make 4 of them at a time, and I only had 1 of them. There were 3 more in here. There's also this one that I've never seen that I imagine would be great for overnight oats too. I will check all of these. These have all been cleaned. I'm not using them now, but they were really gross and disgusting. So they'll go into boxes and I'll have to wash them again, but better safe than sorry. And just so you guys know, I have the pickled egg jar sitting right here with what was boiling water because we are going to be doing a shelf stable egg. So we've got to make sure everything is on the up and up. Washing my hands. I will not touch the eggs again. I will actually use tongs to put them in. You know, you got to make sure if you're doing shelf stable to make sure that everything is on the up and up. And I'm actually going to get a new lid because this was the lid that was already used, and you can see it's kind of rusted and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it's from the vinegar from the last batch that we did. So we'll get a brand new lid. All right, everybody. Got the canned beef out. All of them sealed. So we have 8 jars of this. You can see they're still bubbling. And then we've got the chicken. And this is in a cool pot with cool water because this is cold chicken going in. And so we're going to go ahead and process this. It is going to take 75 minutes to process as well at 15 pounds of pressure because of where I live. So I'll be back when the chicken's done. Hello everybody, Editing Marlene here. Apparently I never showed you the chicken, nor did I do an outro for this video. So I hope you enjoyed coming along. This was an extremely busy day. I probably will not do that much pressure canning in a single day again, along with making soup and pickled eggs and freezing zucchini. I mean, I just was having one of those days. So thank you guys for joining me and coming along as I continue to learn how to can and to get my prepper pantry stocked up. I can't wait to have more shelf-stable protein instead of having it all in the freezer. All right, everybody, thanks again. And remember, until I see you guys next time, to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.